Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm sitting in my old bedroom on the floor on 3 pillows. You are sitting on a workbench of some sort because I'm at my parents' house right now. I don't have lights, I don't have my tripod, I don't have anything with me, but I was really in the mood to film and I haven't seen you guys for so long. I say seen you guys, I mean like sit down and actually film a video for you guys for ages. But I know that a while ago I did ask over on my Instagram. If you don't follow it, it's gonna be here. You better go follow it. Joking, that wasn't a threat. You can follow it if you want to, but you don't have to. And I also asked on my little community thing on YouTube. I wasn't really sure how it worked, but I wanted to know if you guys had any questions for me. So I put a little post up and I got quite a few questions. So I wanted to just sit down and finally get around to actually answering the questions that you guys had. And I know that a lot of you guys are missing me doing kind of like sit down chatty videos, get to know me type things, because personally I think that they're my favorite to watch of other people. Like I love actually getting to know the person rather than just watching what they wear, if you know what I mean. So hopefully this will help you guys get to know me a little bit more. But I'm going to stop rambling on, and without further ado, I'm just going to get into your questions. Okay, so I'm going to start off with a few questions from Instagram. So I'm not even going to try and pronounce your guys' usernames because I feel like I'm just going to butcher them and probably offend someone. But this lovely girl says, can you talk about your tattoos? Much love from New York, which literally baffles me. Like someone in New York is sitting there watching my videos. And yes, I can talk about my tattoos. So if you didn't know, I have one on the top of my back. I'll insert pictures here. I have one on the top of my back, and then also I have one that is like on my rib cage that kind of goes under my boob type thing. I don't really know. To be perfectly honest with you, there's not really a lot to talk about. I literally got them because I turned 18 and could get tattoos. Like I was that type of person. They have no meaning, sad. Well, not sadly. I was going to say sadly, but I just see them as like a work of art. So I just thought I'll just get one, which I did, and there's literally nothing else to it. Like pretty boring, but that is the honest truth about my tattoos. But saying that, I would highly recommend you guys to actually think about what you're getting, because the one on my back is not that bad, and honestly I can't see it at all, so it really doesn't bother me. But I definitely could have got that done by someone that's a lot better. So if I'm going to be completely honest with myself, I do wish that I didn't have the one on my back anymore, but hey ho, it's there and there's nothing I can do about it. So yeah, that is the really boring story behind my tattoos. And the next question is, how did your friends slash family react when they found out about your gram slash YouTube life? This is from a girl that I have spoken to in the past, and she is so lovely and has gone through a lot in life, so I really appreciate all of her support. Like she's just a really lovely girl, so thank you for your question. But I don't know, it's been like a really good, like positive reaction. My family's obviously always been really supportive and they always will continue to be, and I'm just really lucky to kind of have friends around me that are also really supportive. And it's also been so lovely to like meet up with my old school friends and stuff like that, and they just take such an interest in it, but in a good way, with everything that I've been doing and like what I want to do. So yeah, to be perfectly honest with you, it's been quite positive, and I'm very grateful for everybody that's in my life and has supported me in that way. So someone says, what foundation do you use? And I honestly have worn this foundation for probably a good like 4 or 5 years now. It's my holy grail, but this is the Maybelline Dream Satin Liquid Foundation. I have it on right now. It is what I always wear. So Maybelline Dream Satin Liquid Foundation, go and get it if you've never tried it before. Someone says, can you talk about your experience with just starting out? As in, did you get a lot of views slash followers straight away, or was there a particular video that got popular? I'm just interested to see people's journeys and compare them to mine. So when I first started out, it is a struggle. I think when you first start out in anything in life, it takes a lot of time to get to where you want to be. So no, I did not get a lot of views early on at all. I literally would sit in my bedroom and watch my view count, and like it would go up one by one like every 2 hours, and I'd be so excited by every single one of those views. So don't get me wrong, it did take a lot of time, but it was interesting that she said, was there a particular video that got popular? And yes, there 100% was, and it was my, I'm gonna sneeze. My Pretty Little Thing hauls are the ones that still to this day do the best on my channel, but the one that I first ever did was the one that kind of got my channel noticed by quite a few people. Like I know, don't get me wrong, I'm very small on YouTube in the grand scheme of things, but Pretty Little Thing videos and like Misguided and stuff, they're popular brands. So whenever I do haul videos featuring those companies, I do gain quite a few subscribers from it, just because those videos reach a lot more people because people are interested in those brands, if you see what I mean. So yes, 100% it was my Pretty Little Thing video that kind of kicked off my channel and that started it to grow at like a consistent pace. I wouldn't say that it's rapid, but it definitely is the video that started the growth of my channel. Okay, so moving on to questions that I got on YouTube. Someone says, do you have a boyfriend slash girlfriend? And yes, I do have a boyfriend. We have been together for 5 years this August actually. So August 30th is our anniversary. So it's quite a long time, but I mean, he's great. What made you start a YouTube channel? I'd love to, but not confident enough. I always wanted to do it when I was younger, like all throughout school, and I would always watch YouTube and not TV. Like, still to this day, I don't watch TV, I watch YouTube videos. And because of that, I always wanted to start up my own channel. But whilst I was at school, I was way too scared about what people would think and what people would say, which looking back on it now is so frustrating and silly, because actually I'm doing something that I want to do and I'm like fulfilling my dream of something that I've always wanted to do. And you'll actually be surprised as to how much people don't really talk about it, and if they do, at the end of the day, they're wasting their breath, if you know what I mean. So you just need to have like the right people around you and only really concentrate on the opinions of people that you actually care about, because the people that are going to be talking crap about you, you probably don't care about anyway. I'm really sad that you feel like you're not confident enough. You will find it within you if you want to do it. So if you're out there and you're thinking that you want to start a channel, do it right now. Do it today, film your first video and just whack it up there and just see what happens, because you just honestly never know. I was actually sitting in this very bedroom when I first tried to start up a YouTube channel when I was like 13, 14, I want to say. I was so young, and honestly it was like a little makeup collection video and I probably had like 5 items of makeup at the time. I remember not too long ago my mum was like sourcing through her computer and she found the video, and it is honestly the most cringe-worthy footage I've ever watched in my life. But it actually also made me quite sad to think, God, what would have happened if I had carried on that and actually like not cared about what people think and started then as opposed to now. So 100%, if you want to go for it, just do it, because you never know where it's going to take you. So another question that's kind of along the same line, someone says, what made you want to start a YouTube and how has your decision made your career more successful? And then also I'm actually going to tie this in with somebody else's that said, what would you be if you weren't a YouTuber? So basically, just to clear it up, I actually don't do YouTube as a career at all. I am a social media manager for an ice cream company based in London called Pan and Ice. I'm sure that a lot of you guys have probably seen it before because it's such a like Instagram thing. It's basically like ice cream rolls as opposed to just like scoops of ice cream. So it's a really cool concept. It's such a cool company to be involved in, but that is like my 9 to 5 job. So every single day during the week I am based in an office in London and I'm basically creating content and managing all the social media platforms for Pan and Ice. So I'm not actually a YouTuber. I don't do this as a full-time job. It's literally just like a side thing that I do. But that leads me on to the other question of, has your decision made your career more successful? And 100% it has. So I basically always had an interest in doing my own social media, which is exactly what I did. Like, I set up my little Instagram page and I set up obviously this channel, and I started doing this when I was working at home alone. So I used to do an IT job and I worked remotely, so I worked from home every single day, and I wanted to kind of kickstart my little career as such in social media. So I started growing my own page, but then I kind of hit a wall and I thought, I don't really want to do this on my own. Like, if I kind of pursue this and really push the videos out and push like content and push growing my pages, I still would be kind of self-employed. Like, if that was my main source of income, I'd still be self-employed and I'd be working on my own, which is exactly what I didn't want to do at the time. So I sat back and I thought, I want to do this for a company. Like, I want to do social media and stuff, but I want to do it within a business and within an office where there's people every day and stuff like that. So I did exactly that, and my YouTube channel and Instagram page basically just became my CV. I've explained this to so many people, because when social media is the job that you want to get into, you can literally take your channel or you can literally take your Instagram page and say, look, I've done it for myself. Do you want me to do it for you? Obviously your CV is all about what you've done in the past and what you're capable of and stuff, and you can just kind of show them your content and say, look, I'm capable of this. This is what I can do. Do you want to hire me or not? So 100% it has impacted my career in so many good ways, and it was probably the best decision that I have made in terms of getting to where I want to be today. So yeah, that is the long-winded answer to your question. So quite a few people have asked how tall I am. I think it's to do with, obviously I do a lot of hauls, and it's a lot easier to gauge like how the clothes are going to fit you if you know how tall I am and how long or short they are on me. So I honestly don't know exactly, but I think I'm around 5'9"-ish. I think I've said that before and someone laughed at me because they were like, you're definitely not 5'9", but I think I am. I'm just not really sure, but I think around 5'9", there or thereabouts. I'm not entirely sure, so sorry. I promise I will actually measure myself one day and write a comment saying this is my exact height. Someone says, how old are you and where do you want to be in about 10 years from now? So currently I'm 21, so in 10 years from now I'll be 31. That sounds so old. Sorry if I offended anyone there, but it's such a hard question because I just feel like no one ever knows. Like, you can always have like your ideal and what you'd like to be doing and where you'd like to be in life, but you just never know. Like, I don't know what could happen tomorrow, do you know what I mean? I think by about 25, I definitely want to have kids. So obviously by about 30, there'll be like 5, 6, which is just crazy. So I really, by that time, I want to be quite established on YouTube and social media in general, just so I can kind of go self-employed and just use that as a little source source of income and to be able to be sustainable, self-employed whilst being able to be like a stay-at-home mum. I would love nothing more than that, but that is just like a complete ideal, and obviously I'm gonna have to and will be working my absolute ass off to get there, because that is like exactly what I want to be doing when I'm older. But I also suppose I just want to be living in a house that's mine, just all the boring general stuff, I suppose, like nothing special. Sorry to be really boring in answering these questions. Someone says, how long have you been doing YouTube? And I think a year has literally just passed. I think it was sometime in June, but I remember posting on my Instagram, or I saw on like my Facebook time hop memory things, that I basically posted a picture of my YouTube banner saying that I was so excited to announce that I'm finally starting my YouTube channel, blah, blah. And I think that was like sometime in June. So I will put up the post here because it's quite cute considering where I am now. But yeah, just over a year, I think. Someone said, how are you so body positive? Honestly, love it. So I think I come across that way, and honestly, I'm not an overly self-conscious person. Like, I think I just have my own insecurities like everybody else does on planet Earth. I think that doing social media and becoming involved like in this industry as such has given me that confidence, because I feel so super strongly about young girls being so influenced by what people look like on Instagram and the way that they kind of portray themselves. I personally have always been really complimented by people I know, especially saying that I come across on camera exactly who I am in real life. So if you ever meet me, you will literally get like me now. Like, I'm just exactly the same person. I don't try and portray my life or me in any other way. Obviously on Instagram, I know my angles, like everybody knows how to take a decent picture of themselves, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna stand there in an unflattering pose and post it kind of thing. Like, that's just obviously not what I'm gonna do. So I feel like it probably comes across that I'm a lot more body positive than I actually am, but that doesn't mean to say that I sit there every day worrying about what I look like, because at the end of the day, as much as I have insecurities, I don't actually do anything to change them. So I kind of just think, for as long as I sit there and moan about the fact that I don't have my stomach or whatever, like, I'm not then getting my ass up and going to the gym. So I'm my own worst enemy. But I just think that it's so important to not get so hung up on what you look like, especially in your own body. Like, it's just not the most important thing that's happening in the world. And I just hate hearing these stories of young girls being so influenced by these people online and just what they look like. Obviously, everybody looks away for a certain reason. I just think that every single person looks different. You're never gonna get two people that look exactly the same, especially body type wise. So own your own body, first of all. I think the biggest thing that I think is that I personally don't walk around looking at other people and judging them for what they look like. Like, that's just not me at all. I know there probably are some people out there like that, but I think in my head, well, why would I walk around thinking that people are doing that to me, if you know what I mean? I will for sure be doing some more Q&As in the future, so if you want to get involved in the next one, then please do follow me on Instagram. I'll leave my name here because that is probably going to be the platform that I will ask for the questions on. But that being said, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Thank you guys so much for watching as always, and I will see you very, very soon in my next one. Bye guys.